we've got new filings in the Flynn case, and these new filings shed light on what was happening at these, even before the special counsel's office, but the FBI investigation into Mike Flynn, Crossfire Razor, how that became Crossfire Hurricane, and a key FBI agent who's 302. So his testimony that he gave during his interview with the FBI also came out. I'm going to walk you through it in order. Also, very important to note, now it is known that the FBI and special counsel's team knew all along that the main source to Christopher Steele for the Steele dossier had been a suspected Russian agent committing illegal activity, potentially, so a dangerous agent. And they knew this the entire time at the special counsel's office. There's an FBI official who served on Bob Mueller's team said he believed the special counsel's prosecution, this is under oath, by the way, in testimony to the FBI, of former White House National Security Advisor Mike Flynn was part of an attitude to, quote, get Trump, and that he did not wish to pursue a Trump-Russia collusion investigation as it was, quote, not there, and considered it to be a, quote, dead end. But it gets even more interesting. You go back, you see these communications between the FBI agents who wanted to close the Flynn investigation. And in these text messages back in October 13th of 2016, the FBI employees seemed concerned about the scope of Crossfire Hurricane. They discussed an investigator who, quote, is one of the worst offenders of the rabbit holes and conspiracy theories, and, quote, if this thing ever gets FOIA'd, there's going to be some tough questions asked. So concern from the employees at the FBI, they seem to increase as the Razor investigation of Mike Flynn just remained open. And this is the point where they said, you know, here, we'll go through it. Despite what appears to be a desire by those employees at the FBI for the Razor investigation to be closed, and the D.C. field office a closing recommendation to close Razor, which they put in on January 4th, they knew on January 5th that President Obama was going to be briefed, Vice President Biden and Susan Rice, and here are their texts. So Razor is going to stay open? Yeah. And then someone uses an expletive to describe how they feel about that remaining open. What's the word on get this? What's the word on how O's briefing went? Who is O? Obama, our president. Don't know, but people here are scrambling for info to support certain things, and it's a madhouse. Trump was right, one of the agents wrote. Still not put together. Why do we do this to ourselves? What is wrong with these people? Trump was right. What was he right about? No obstruction, no collusion. This is a witch hunt. They get so concerned that one employee announces to others that they're getting professional liability insurance to shield them from lawsuits, and they're starting to look for other jobs. They're going to leave the FBI over this. We all went and purchased, so we all, not like one person, we all went and purchased professional liability insurance. The other person writes back, holy crap. And the analysts too? Yeah. Do they help reimburse you? All the folks at the agency as well. That's not great. They go through how, then they have to go through purchasing liability insurance. Okay? This is why they're dragging the country through the start of what will be a very divisive time in the country. And they recognized it. They wanted this ended.
Yeah, let me zoom out just a little bit, Jordan, because it's almost hard to digest all of this information that you're putting out there. Each one of them really is a bombshell, Jordan. So let me zoom out. I would put it this way. I think the entire house of cards is literally falling down around the FBI and the DOJ, and we thought that before, largely because of something that is now revealed in these texts, because the investigation was FOIA'd, Jordan. Many organizations, including us, did FOIA. We've presented the documents to our listeners many times. I'm holding several of them in my hands right now, including that D.C. field office recommendation to shut down Crossfire Razor, including the email from Susan Rice that detailed that meeting inside the Oval Office. All of these data points that you're talking about, Jordan, the evidence supports that the people inside that Oval Office meeting knew about this information, Jordan. So you're talking about President Obama, you're talking about Vice President Biden, you're talking about James Comey, you're talking about Sally Yates, you're talking about Susan Rice. But look, the fix was inside the organization on Crossfire Hurricane, on Crossfire Razor, on the FISA applications. And Jordan, maybe here is the most breaking information from today as you've detailed it. The people inside who were working on this, Jordan, they knew it. Not just one or two of them. A lot of them knew it to the extent that they were buying liability insurance. And I've got to tell you, I sort of have two feelings on that. On the one hand, I don't feel sorry for some of them. I think they should have come forward sooner and made sure that this came to an end. But I will tell you, some of these line agents, Jordan, I do feel bad for them because they did the work. They put in the memo to close the investigation, and yet they were instructed to continue the work to the extent that they had to start buying liability insurance. And I'll just quickly say this. There's more coming. Jordan, we teased this yesterday. We've got more information inside a FOIA or request that we made, Jordan, that once again ties what to this investigation? Ties the White House to the investigation on the day of the inauguration. People need to stay tuned. That information is coming.